Desmond here from Performance Destination. If you're looking to have your car tuned, whether it's on the dyno or remote, reach out to us and see what we can do for you. We meet the needs on all computer systems. This video is sponsored by AGT Turbo. AGT Turbo is a factory frame turbo that meets the needs for all power levels. Whether you are 500 horsepower, 600 horsepower, 700 horsepower, or even the potential of 800 horsepower, factory frame replacement. That means you can unbolt your factory turbo, bolt this one up to your factory manifold, and also have your factory downpipe replacement, factory oil lines, feed, and return. This is the turbocharge that you will want to need if you're looking to have that additional power without any modification needed. AGT Turbo meets the needs, 64mm provides the power. So now pulling up to the shop, I'm going straight to it. I'm not worrying about checking into the hotel or nothing. I want to get straight to this day. I want to jump on all these cars. I want to get the workload, start knocking out this workload before it gets overwhelming. I always want to get after it before it gets too much. But you know, hoping for a successful week. Lots of cars, lots of customers coming from all surrounding areas, from far. So I'm really appreciative of that. But you know, let's see how everything pans out. Wish us luck. See a lot of Evos warming up out there. And I see a lot of them. I'm here for it. Just showed up at Insane. Supposed to tune this car, but I remoted in. I think this is the one that had low battery on this thing.
Long time no see.
How you doing?
How's it going?
Good, bro. Glad early morning, early start.
Yes, dude.
What's up, man? What's going on?
Good, yeah.
Good seeing y'all.
So
That the one that had the voltage issue?
no, that's the other one. You get that one right. You need to get that one on.
Oh, I thought that was the one with the voltage issue.
Nah, they all look alike.
I was like, I could tell by the ducks. I was like, I bet that shit gonna be rowdy. I thought that was the one. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
So this one's getting tuned too?
Yes. These, so actually,
And I know this one is Jabron.
Matt, Jabron, and Brandon is coming. Those are the three today. This one's tomorrow, but he just dropped it off on Saturday. He added a few little things to get done, so I'm gonna. He doesn't have a content gauge. I overnighted one.
What computer is it on?
Stock ECU.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Got so many cars lined up this week. I'm not even too sure which one's which. So we shall see.
So that way people don't come forward.
Yeah.
But no one's gonna be complaining about
Hell yeah.
this. Yeah.
Anybody who has a shop, you know, they put a dyno screen in the waiting lounge, so customers not in the shop. That's actually pretty dope.
Yeah, it came out. We just literally did that yesterday.
Yeah. How'd y'all do it? HDMI cord or?
Oh no, it's Bluetooth, man.
Oh, Bluetooth.
Yeah, so it's just it's a screencast. So everything from.
It reached them that far?
It's 75 feet, so I think I'm pushing it, but it's not lagging. Like it's almost identical to the others.
Nice setup. This one ended up having voltage drop and some fuel problems and some messed up wiring and stuff like that. So this one, we're not gonna be able to do this one. I remoted in and the voltage was like
12.2, 12.5, 11s. So like it was just too low and didn't have enough time to fix everything. The customer didn't have time to fix everything, so I'm not gonna be able to do this one. But it would have been this one would have been a bad boy. 6870, 2600cc injectors, standalone ECU. This would have been a bad one right here. Easily, if this thing had voltage and if it had everything fixed for his fuel pump wiring, this would have easily, I would have probably cleared 1,000 on this one, or 1,000 plus, easily.
Fix that fuel pressure regulator. It looks bad.
Yeah.
So when the other guy who, whatever he did, he took these relays, bro, put them down, zip tied it, and then the regulator was fitted more perfect here.
Yeah.
But his boy who helps him out was like, that looks so bad. So he brought everything back how it should be and then just made the regulator work because obviously that fuel line is too short. So what we're going to do is have to remake the fuel line and then just put the regulator somewhere here, build a bracket off this
I don't
or
like
that.
the angles on that fuel line either. That should be a 45, not a 90. That thing is tight.
Yeah.
I think it's way too tight. At least it's PTFE though.
I think originally when they had it, it was okay. And then when Joel had to put it back, because he was like, dude, he literally told me those relays were zip tied to a bunch of cables at the bottom. I don't know why.
Cleanliness.
Yeah. So that's just that. Connectors on the injectors, which we have those, so we're just gonna put 2 new ones on here.
Yeah, you don't want to have that. TPS got one?
TPS does have one.
All right, map sensor got one. Good.
So those 2 don't have one, so we have to
It's
put
crazy that this thing got a 64mm stock motor. So my thing, I told you, bro. I was like, bro, you gotta
He
go.
wants to send it, bro.
I know he does. I said, yeah, you gotta go build motor, bro.
Hold on
Like,
one sec. Why we got a vacuum line sitting on our throttle? That is no bueno.
Oh,
We're gonna have to do
it's on the
something.
notes actually. We're gonna redo the entire vacuum. You saw how tight this is?
Yeah, no, it's way
Yeah.
too tight, and it's sitting right on
Yes,
this. That's
we're
fine.
gonna redo the vacuum lines.
No zip ties.
Yeah, we're gonna
Those are gonna pop off.
We're gonna redo the vacuum lines and then just do a whole setup.
This line's not tight. This line, I don't know what's going on there. It sprayed coolant at some point. We got coolant on the wiring over here. Hey, look, that's a cool looking fuse cover though. I like that.
Yeah.
I like the transparent fuse cover. That's neat.
yeah.
MAF adapter for an IAT.
I think with this bigger turbo will be good for the torque, but I said, man, time to go build.
Big old turbo with a tiny little intake pipe.
Yeah.
That's gonna choke it out. I think it's not.
We're gonna do it.
like
We're
that.
gonna do it with the filter off. So we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll do it with the filter off, and then we'll do another one with the filter on. See how much you lose.
What in the figgity fuck?
What?
All this.
Oh, blue? I don't know.
No, it's not even all
It's
blue.
loom.
What's?
It's like a
I'm
loom.
aware it's loom, but why is there so much extra wire? There's 8 feet of extra wire right here, bro.
Yeah, we're gonna check the voltage on this too. Make
Yeah,
sure all
for
this
sure.
is it's tight back there. Make sure everything is solid.
Battery relocation. Pop
Yeah.
the trunk.
Yeah, he just did the bulletproof hanger. So
The bulletproof hanger.
hopefully that all looks nice.
That looks like the DC5 kit.
Yeah, that
These are
too.
tight.
Yeah.
200 amp circuit breaker. A little bit big for my taste, but it's got a sound system. Unsheathed wire sitting on top of paneling.
Beautiful car though.
Oh yeah.
Beautiful car.
You same person?
Oh yeah, last time I was here.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna say.
Yeah, last time I was here. But I was tuning so many other cars, I didn't really get to see it like that. He just came by the chill.
I just gotta get this. I want you to... Right there.
Where's that coming from?
You know the little cover on the EFR turbos?
Yeah.
And then there's another one on this type. You can see all the bubbles. But the big one is now got.
Gotta do y'all boost leaks check, man.
Yeah. That's the only two I see on this thing.
Why the hell is there a top port on this thing? Who plumbed this? This is plumb wrong.
Boost, whatever.
Yeah, the top port's supposed to be vented. It's supposed to be vented open. Yeah, someone it's plumb wrong.
Because this is on stock, right? Yeah. And then the other one's gonna be.
Plate cover here and then
Yeah. And then this coupler right here.
Yeah, you got some boost leaks.
Yeah, see the bubbles?
Yeah, it's right here.
Yep.
So
You can also hear it too.
yeah.
Give a shout out. Give a shout out to Roy.
And then another
I'm gonna
thing,
kick his ass. I swear.
and another thing also, your wastegates are plumbed wrong.
Yeah, that's another thing
So
there
if you're
too.
on factory ECU, the
Yeah.
top ports on the wastegates are open to atmosphere.
Yeah.
They don't get plumbed in. To the
So if Roy must have probably did that too, because his car is standalone. So he probably tried to run it similar to his car. The top ports are vent to atmosphere, will be open, and then you use the bottom ports. Right now, it's plumb like if this car was on a standalone ECU, but it's not.
So this is actually, I don't think he's touched any of the porting. I think that's just how I. Okay. If you guys, I don't know what you guys want to.
So that might cause this is definitely gonna cause boost issues.
Yeah, so we don't have no O-ring.
No O-ring at all.
Damn. These people didn't check this stuff out. He said he boosted it to 30 pounds. He's like, maybe I should have sprayed more soapy water on it.
Dude,
I was like,
I couldn't build 15.
yes, he said he got it to 30.
I think we got a few.
Oh man. Got no O-ring on that thing, bro. Guys, you can't be having that. Check y'all cars over. So let's see if we can try to get an O-ring for this thing.
And seals the inner chamber. Because what happens is once you start to go up on boost, the boost you're making actually just goes back into the intake. So it like recirculates inside itself.
Gosh. So
You know what I'm saying, right?
it plugs off and goes right here.
Yeah, and it plugs everything in. Then it plugs everything on. So this will work, but like on Craig's, once you start going up on boost, it'll just like take a while for it to build boost and then just recirculating on itself.
Crazy thing is, if when we did the boost leak, when y'all did that boost leak test and the blow-off valve was leaking so bad,
Yeah.
it's still like I don't know how, but it still made boost.
Yeah.
But it just wasn't there power-wise, but it still made boost.
So
But
I could cap it and see what it does, but if we still run into boost issues, I'm willing to bet it's gonna be doing the same thing as Craig's car.
yeah, yeah, that right there, that's not gonna be an easy fix because you don't got what you need.
Yep.
You'll have everybody just go precision. Don't get me wrong; those turbos I've done a few. Those turbos are the shit.
Yeah.
They're older style turbo, but they fucking ran really good.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Check to see if you have an O-ring that size. Right up. I want to make sure there's no adjustments need to be made for it. Now that you have fixed that situation. All right. So this is going to be the first car lined up for the session. This is going to be built motor, Borg-Warner EFR turbo, ID 1300s. It's a single 450 fuel pump. The setup is there, the turbo setup is there, engine setup is there, but you know, he's on a smaller fuel system, so that's going to be the limiting factor of today. So we'll see what things are looking like. Let's get this show on the road. We are going to start working this up and start scaling this right. See where we land with this car. Hopefully it makes some good power, no issues, no problems, and keep it moving. That's the first run. Got it on gate pressure. About 24 pounds of boost, 23 pounds of boost. So it's a big turbo, so it's gonna be laggy at first. And then I'm gonna start feeding it some boost now, and this next run is gonna start getting wicked down. So I just wanted to see where we first land, how everything needs to be, how everything looks before I start turning it up. I don't just get in there and start hammering away. I work it up in increments and get it where I needs to. The car accelerate, and then once the AFRs look clean, then I do the run where I record the run so I can see what the shape of the graph looks like and how much it made. So far so good. Let's keep working at it. I had to let off that pass. When the boost started coming in, I felt it slip. So I didn't know if it was tires or if it was clutch, but I wanted to just stop, check over everything. I don't know. It didn't really feel like anything. So I hope that clutch did not just start slipping. That would be no good. Let's see. Yeah, it's slipping pretty good, bro.
Yeah, it's a AGT.
Exactly what?
AGT twin.
That's a twin?
It's an AGT twin, yeah.
Nah, that shit's crazy. That shit's slipping.
Oh, this is just really worn out, though.
Yeah, it's slipping.
It was put in the car 4 years ago. I don't know. Yeah. It's probably old, so.
Yeah, right when I got on it, as soon as the boost ramped in, it just dipped, and then it just went like that. Like if they didn't have this dip in here, and I was able to rev it out, this easily, I bet this would have been 600 already. 600 as is, yeah. But it's so the clutch is on its way out, but we're just gonna verify everything drivability wise. This is his current fuel trim, perfect as can be, and let's just make sure this car drives as normal as possible. And that's with the AC on full blast. Now look at the fuel trims, look at that. How good can you get it? So, customer just may order another clutch kit before we leave. This clutch he got in there, it is a twin disc, but it says like about 4 or 5 years old. But we're going to take it off the dyno, keep the day moving. Can't do nothing if the clutch is slipping. So keep it moving and go from there. Like this car really wanted to eat. Like at one point when the boost comes in, it ramps in so hard, it's just clutch is not holding it. So nothing I can really do about that. It's just, but the drivability on this car thing drives amazing. It drives smooth. It feels so good. So good. So hey, all I can do is do my part. But well, if we can get a clutch before we leave the shop, before we leave this trip, this thing is going to be making some serious horsepower, some serious torque for the size injectors. That's going to be the limiting factor, is the fueling. So I want to run everything near the threshold so it don't max everything out, but I want to run as much power as I can for this fuel system. Boost leak test on this thing. Yeah, that compressor housing is a little bit bigger. They'll fit.
Might want it to be tight, otherwise it likes to pop off. What are we targeting with this car?
I don't even know.
Stock block, right?
Stock block, 64 millimeters. I don't even know yet. I gotta see what it does on on the gate.
What's your real horsepower limit on the stock block? 500?
Knowing him, I'm pretty sure he's probably gonna want like 550, 540.
That's spicy for a stock block.
If I can keep the torque low, depending on that. We shall see. AGT 64 millimeter. 2150cc injectors, stock bottom end, 20 GSE cams. Everything is JDC on this car. So JDC everything. These guys here are insane. They definitely take care of the customer's cars. They put down the mats how it needs to be, not just working over it. But yeah.
You want to do a first run with the boost control?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna do it. A first run. I'll clutch it. I'll know. But I'm gonna do a first run. No gate pressure. See what it does. I told him pump gas is just gonna be whatever it makes on pump, just for he has a backup fuel, and then on E I'll try to turn it up, but I'm not trying to chase a number on pump gas.
I agree.
I really don't know why most people try to chase numbers on both fuels. Like the Flex was designed for one fuel to be commute, not to be weekend warrior on both.
It's for the numbers, man.
As everybody wants high numbers on both fuels. It's like, have one that's really conservative and really safe. You got a spray bottle?
Yep. See how fast it drops. That's pretty slow. That tells me it's holding right there. Oh, where is it? Number one. Right there. What else we got? It's small though. Various manifold somewhere. Hit the brake boost on. Grab that guy. I think I might do that. We're around 30 now. Alright, stop.
Hold on, let me see this real quick. This flange. I've had leaks on this before. No.
I hear it back here.
Regulator. Look at the regulator.
Yeah.
Ah. I've never seen that before.
Sometimes that's pretty normal, but
That's a lot. I mean, how fast is it dropping? It's not dropping that fast.
no.
Let me make sure it's even tight.
Next one up. This is going to be the stock motor. AGT64mm, 2150cc injectors, GSE cams. We're going to do this on two fuels, pump gas and E85. So let's see where we land with this. Beautiful car. Beautiful setup. Carbon fenders, carbon hood, carbon mirrors, carbon steering wheel. Very nice. All right, So we're all strapped down, we're ready. See what we do today. I know I'm gonna have to get real custom on this boost controller, so we shall see. Let's get busy. We'll see what we're gonna do today. This is the only one I think that is stock motor on this trip. So this is the only one where I actually gotta use my brain a little bit more. Guys, if y'all can, go build motor. Y'all put the money and turbo system, fuel system, all of that stuff. Just go build motor. You know, just, I don't care. Just go build motor. You know, everybody has upgraded turbo. Everybody has crazy expensive turbo system, crazy expensive fuel system. A lot of cosmetics. This is a beautiful car. Good customer of mine. Been telling him, just go build motor, go build motor, go build motor. I know everybody wants to go fast. Everybody wants to turn their car up. Everybody wants to make power. So when you're on a stock motor, bigger turbo, big fuel system, it wants to go, it wants to eat, but then you have to slow it down through the power band, and so it doesn't tear things up. So just do y'all self a favor, do your car a favor, just go build motor, top to bottom. All right, so this thing is not switching over maps at all. Like, I tried to do it both ways. You could do it by the switch, you could do it by the gas pedal. I hold the gas pedal down, check engine light's not flashing, swap maps, holding it down, holding it down, holding it down, nothing. I know the check engine light bulb works because I turned the key off, turn it back on, and there it is right there. So it's working, but it's not letting me swap maps. So customer said, you know what, I'm fine with just doing E85, and we're just gonna do it on E85 only. You know, I wanted to get them done on both fuels, but it's not working for them. So they're gonna have to drain the fuel out of that, get the pump gas out of that, and then this is the next one that is going to be on the dyno. So fully built motor. It's a Haltech ECU, standalone ECU, drive-by-wire, GTR coils, 57 or 55 millimeter turbo, FP black. It definitely looks good, you know. Definitely looks good. See what it makes. He don't got the biggest injectors. I think they're like 1050s, so it's going to be super limiting on how much power it can put down, just based off the fuel system. But it's super clean, you know. These guys still keeping the DSMs alive, and it looks good. So we'll see. So this car, I already remoted in with this car. So I already did all the remote stuff. I logged in, did the timing gun already. The base timing, I logged in, got the drivability, idle, everything, all the way up to gate pressure. I already remoted in on this whole entire thing. So, you know, we'll see where we stand, and we go from there. But we're gonna do flex fuel on this. So we're doing pump gas and E85. So we'll do it on pump, see what it makes on gate, and then I'll start working up from there and get this thing ironed out. So should be fun. Should be fun. Should be enjoyable. Super clean. Very sleeperish. Let's see how hard we make that turbo work. So now we're gonna go with straight E85. Put some E85 in there. Try to get that ethanol up. See what this baby does today. Shall see. This is getting the car dialed in, 2150s. Looking really, really nice. Right there. It's nicely dialed. I guarantee I'm gonna get that even better before this day is over. It's already pretty damn good, but I like better. Or I like best. So we should be good to start rolling. All right, that's the first pull on gate pressure. Not bad. I'm very happy the torque is staying down. That was the main thing. The main concern I had with this setup was stop block and where the torque was going to be at. So I'm happy with where the torque is staying put, and I'm gonna start ramping up some power now and try to see if I can try to still keep that torque down. So let's see. Okay, that's the second hit now. That graph looks amazing. That's a big jump in torque, so I'm trying to keep that torque manageable. I could have easily got to this power on a built setup. I think the goal is 550, but you know, 100 more horsepower, trying to keep that torque down, that's where it gets difficult. So let's keep going. But the torque and the horsepower, the shape looks perfect. That's beautiful. So now this is the hard part. It wants to jam and it wants to make power, but the torque is just clearing out so flat and it's getting if the torque was a little, if I could have seen a lazy part in the power band and I could kind of kill it, I kind of see an idea where I want to kill the power, but yeah, just trying to, if I can get that torque a little bit lower and get that power up a little bit more, I think we got a killer combination. But yeah, it's mainly that trying to keep that torque under control on a 64mm. It's, you know, once it starts cooking, it's cooking. So we're trying to figure out how we can lower it down and so it's not as spicy up top. So I'm gonna keep trying at it. It's a bad turbo right here. This thing's a bad boy. This thing wants to make some power. I took all the power. I tried to take all the power out of it. You can tell from the belly is all missing now. And I'm trying to reshape it. It's still making power. Too much torque. I think I got an idea what I'm gonna do now for it. But his intercooler piping just blew off, so we're gonna fix that and try it again. But I think I have an idea where it needs to be shaped. So after many adjustments, now starting to get a better control over the power curve and the torque management. So we're right at the goal where he wants to be. He wanted to be 550 horsepower, so we're at 560. But I'm trying to keep the torque down and trying to control it better. So we get in there. So the next pull, cross fingers, I hope this is right on the money. That is much better. I'm gonna make one more pass just to see what I can do with the torque. And if I could get it right at the 400 or 390. The problem is if you take too much guts out of the power band, you know, then it's gonna feel sluggish. But it's gonna feel like all high end. But I don't want it to be all high end. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's the only problem with this is it's gonna feel like it's all high end just to keep the bottom end alive. You know, so that's why I tell y'all go build engine so you don't have to worry about stuff like this. just turn it up and let it eat. But yeah, we'll try one more run real quick, see what we can do with the torque, and if not, I have this same settings on this same pass already saved, and I'll revert it right back. So we're gonna try this and see what it does.
Power pretty much stayed the same, but on that last pull, the graph is a lot cleaner, way cleaner. So I want to leave it right where it's at. It likes it, so that's where we're leaving it at. That is a very, very nice graph for a stock block, 64mm. Try my damn to try to get that torque under control and that nice curve. That is a beautiful curve right there. Nice power is nice and linear. That torque is flat, but the best thing about the torque is it doesn't make its peak, you know, up until 6,500. So it won't tear up things as much. So it probably makes its peak, yeah, basically right at 6,500. So it'll keep the bottom end a lot happier because it's not accelerating too harshly. Let's check the drivability.
And yeah, that's it. All right, so for what we had to do, what was your goal today?
550.
550. All right, so we made 556. The whole thing was the torque. That was the whole thing. Like, I took a lot of the power out of the belly. You saw how it was making power earlier. It was making a lot of power earlier in the power band, but I had to take a lot of it out so the car can still make the number it wants, but not too much down low. So the best thing about this is, let me explain it to you. Like at the points of where it's making its power. That's the main thing about this is, so it makes its peak of torque, I'm talking about, right at 65, 67-ish. So by that time up here, it ain't gonna tear shit up. So a lot of times when motors get teared up, if they make that kind of torque or more, in this range, down there, and that's when if it accelerates too hard for what the rods can keep up with, then it would tear shit up. But this is really nice. The torque comes in, you know what I'm saying? Even at that point, it's still below, I don't even know. That's probably like 370 or something like that, 370-ish at that point. And it does a slow, gradual increase for the torque. The main thing with the torque, wasn't worrying about the horsepower. The main thing was trying to control the torque. I tried to get the torque as flat as possible. This way it's gonna feel good. And then the horsepower, a very nice, vertical increase there. So a lot of it, this is a good looking graph. For a stock motor, I think it's the best stock motor graph I've did. So I wanted the last pull I did, I attempted to lower this a little bit, because if it lowered this a little bit, I wasn't too worried about it. Yeah. So if it dropped 6 horsepower, it would have put you still at your threshold where you wanted to be, but I wanted to lower it a little bit. I pulled some more power out of it, and it actually went up. I would have pulled up more power out of it. But the difference of that could be the engine running cooler or whatnot, or engine running hotter or cooler, however so. But overall, it's good. Like I was saying in my video earlier, the problem is with this is it's gonna feel nice, but you have to take a lot of the power out of it just so it can make this. So the belly of the power band is gonna not hit as hard because of the torque. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The torque is what moves it. But then the horsepower, it makes it up. You know what I'm saying? So it's really nice linear increase. I like it. It took a lot of runs. At first I was like, man, this thing does not want to pull power out. I'm pulling power out, it makes more. I'm pulling power out of here, it does 600 horsepower. I'm like, what the hell? So then after we took a little break and came back to it, I saw it drop. Once I saw it drop, I already knew where I need to start, the area I need to start working on. And then it's just started dropping. And I think at that is fine, because it's making a 411 at 4,700 RPMs. 6,700 RPMs. Yeah. So that's good. I'm not worrying about that. At least it's still making torque on a nice increase climb. Horsepower, same thing, nice increase climb. But you know, this is mainly all top end. When you do stuff like this, it's all top end. So, how you feel with it now?
I'm excited, man. Can't wait to drive this bad boy. Can't drive it, man. Once we build it.
Imagine how hard this would have been if it was on pump gas.
Oh my god.
This would have been. I would have had. I don't even know what to do because on the gate, this thing was making. It was making 24 pounds on the gate, so it was making too much on the gate. So, yeah. So
It's definitely a fun car, man.
it's all done, bro.
Thanks, man. I really appreciate it, bro.
No worries, bro. Yeah.
Mad respect.
Took a look. That's a wrap for this one. Already set up, and where you get the base time already set. We're gonna roll on it, see what it does on pump gas. I already have this one set up already, remotely dialed in on pump gas. I think 17-19 pounds. See what it does as is. I don't want to make a lot of pump gas. I'd rather turn it up more on E85. It's on an FP green, fully built setup. The limitations is going to be the 1050cc injectors, and go from there. Now, this is pretty neat. Customer put the HDMI port right there for his Holtec cable for me to connect. I thought it was pretty cool. All right, so this card is drive-by-wire, like I mentioned. AFR, nicely dialed in already. We got that good. It's good RPM, idle. Coolant temp is nice. Battery is good. Now we're going to start dialing in and see where we stand and where we run as is. See what we make. Okay, that's the first run on pump gas. I really do not want to. I don't want to turn this up on pump gas. I don't want to get it. I don't want to start making too much. I really wanted to. I don't have a designated number for pump gas for this. The goal is the 85. That's what I really want to turn this thing up and make some power. And I think that's. I'm gonna leave it right there for pump because it's mainly gonna be on the 85, and then I'm gonna really start hammering at it and get this thing really wicked up on the ethanol. So we're going to turn it up some more. Customer just told me he's mainly going to be on pump gas. He's rarely going to be on the 85. The 85 is like if you go to the track or something like that, but he's mainly going to be on pump gas. That's his main goal. So we're going to turn it up some more to get a little bit more spicier. Usually I would probably leave it at this on pump and then work it up. But if he's mainly going to be on pump gas, then then I'll work it a little bit more, because usually everybody's mainly on E85 and then the pump gas is just for commuting. So let's work it a little bit more and turn it up some and see where we land. Waking it up a little bit, little by little. It's starting to get there. Got a little bit more left in it. So we're gonna see this next pass. This next pass should be in the 400s where you want to be. So let's see. It's a little FP green. So keep at it. So now we're getting somewhere. The blue pass, the boost was sensitive at that duty number. All I did was pull 10% out of it, and it carried nicely. So we're at 413, 352 on that last pull, and I'll work it up just a little here on this next one, and let's see what we do. Keep at it. Try to get a little bit more in the 400s for him, and then we'll go to switch to E85. So I guess he told me this is not on 1050cc injectors. He said he has 1650, so I'll just keep going until the power starts nose diving and there's no more power left to give it. So keep at it. So there we go. Pump gas, 422, 375 up on the torque. Look at that torque, look at that horsepower, look at the graph. The torque starts rolling over a little bit because the boost starts falling off 2 or 3 pounds, but it looks really good. Like, I like that. And this is still pump gas. So let's see what he wants to do. I think that's good. So we got the pump gas all drained out. Now we're gonna start working the E85 portion of the map and see what we can do with this thing and try to get it turned up. He's not looking for a lot of power. I don't know, he's not really looking for a number for E85 because this car mainly runs on pump gas, so let's see. Nice little increase. That's just the baseline on first pull on E85. Not much in horsepower, but it jumped strong amount in torque. So we're gonna keep working at it. It pretty much mimicked the same exact boost target from the 93 run. It just made some more on the E85. So let's try to turn it up a little bit more and try to get to the 500 range. Starting to get up there some more. Let's see what we get. That torque's starting to get up there. Not bad. And there you have it. We got a little FP green, 513, 460 foot-pound of torque. The graph looks way better up top. Now that looks nice. So I'm gonna put up a graph of the pump gas next to the E85, so y'all be able to see that as well, but that looks perfect. So let's go take a look at the data log. All right, let's hop in here. Let's take a look at what things were looking like. It's really nice. Really nice. I think we got up to 35 pounds, but then it tapered off to about 30. Still soft, 7 degrees timing. Left it kind of soft there. They didn't want to go too crazy with that. Fuel pressure. Actually, his fuel pressure started falling off a little bit. Going from the peak was 83, tapered down to 78. But that could be because of also the boost pressure. So it saw more manifold pressure, so it saw more in the fuel pressure. And when the boost started dropping off, so the peak boost, 35 pounds, fuel pressure is 83. And as soon as the boost started falling off, that's when the fuel pressure was falling off too. But that's fine. I mean, it's not dropping fuel pressure like that. It's just mimicking that boost curve.
injector duty is 70%. So this is, I will call this done, you know. It's a little FP green, you know, to get some power out of this thing. We gotta spice it up, but that looks good. That looks good. It's gonna be a lot stronger than what he's ever used to. I'm happy for him. All right, so what was your goal today?
Goal was four on pump, 5 on E.
Oh, you wanted 5 on E? You didn't tell me that.
I was hoping.
You didn't tell me that. So I'm thinking I was gonna leave it at but I saw 490. I'm like, yeah, he's at 490. He didn't tell me a goal, so should I leave it there? But I was like, but he's so close to 500 that he's gonna want to see 500.
Yeah.
But so that's good. So 422 on pump, 375 upon the torque, and then on E 513 and 460 torque. It took a little bit to try to figure it out, but like it looks good. The band looks nice and broad. The torque. This is the boost coming in, and then kind of it's tapering off. In the log, it looks the same exact way. The boost comes in, tapers off. The fuel pressure comes in and tapers off, but it's not dropping fuel pressure. It's just seeing more fuel pressure because at that point it's seeing more boost pressure, manifold pressure, and then as the manifold pressure drops, so does the fuel pressure. So it's not exactly where it makes its peak on boost.
Yep.
It makes its peak on fuel pressure, and exactly when it starts falling off, the fuel pressure carries it with it. So, but if this made the same boost all the way across, the fuel pressure probably would have maintained the same exact run all the way across. But yeah, that looks really good, bro. So I put your pump gas a little bit spicier because you said that you mainly on pump gas all the time. But I was like, you know what, on E85, it's gonna feel good. It's gonna run good, and just, you know, this way when you go to the track, it put down some good power. Set up the launch control. This way it builds boost. Like it builds boost pretty fast. Like it comes on like really quick, and then even after the throttle, it's not flooding the system or flooding the throttle where sometimes you go to launch control and then you have to like rev it to kind of clear it out. And then that's the part that sucks because you don't want to be on the launch control, then you launch the car and you bog and it's too much fuel, you go boom, and it carries off. You want it to just come up, hit, and go harder. The thing is with the launch control, I don't know what you're gonna need the track. At the track, you may need less, you may need more. So like it's more of one of those things when you go to the track, we see how it launches and make adjustments. See how it launches, make adjustments. But I'm happy with this.
I'm happy with it. The torque numbers are crazy.
Yeah, I'm happy with this. Like the power started coming in, but you know, I think what's happening while the boost is falling off, that little FP green is, you know, you only have a certain amount of gate pressure that you can double.
Yeah.
So like, it's falling off. It probably needs more gate, or maybe the turbo is really, you know what I'm saying, passes the like it's not efficient enough to carry it all the way straight through.
Yeah.
But that's a good little run right there, bro.
Yeah, no, it was great.
Yeah, that's a good little run. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, bro.
Hell yeah.
All right. Tell the people where we at right now, and what state, and where we at?
Rockville, Maryland. I can't wait to drive this car. I was barely putting down 300 horsepower when I rolled in.
Oh, that's how much you made before?
Yeah, remember that first run was 290.
Yeah, but that was that first run with like my base file on it.
I mean, that's kind of what that other tune was. It wasn't great.
Oh, really?
Fat as can be.
Okay.
Yeah, it felt like whopping 300 horsepower.
All right, bro. Well, we'll see what it does, man. Okay, well, that's the wrap of the first day. Everybody's car got done successfully. Everybody made power. Everybody got drivability. Everybody got a nice power band. Everybody got a nice power curve. Everybody's happy, you know. So first day for juniors, a wrap, and I'll be back tomorrow morning because the rest of the week, cars are going to get spicier every day.